Kate Keown, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Very good. So Kate's just dropped in to see me about a couple of things, and while you're here, I'd love to catch up and just really discuss how the course is going for you. Is this the third time you've joined my course?
No, this will be the second time.
The second time,
Yep.
that's right. Yes, you did it actually late last year.
No, it was earlier this year.
Earlier
It was
this
in
year.
February.
It was
Yeah.
February. Okay, wow, time goes really quick.
Yep.
So, Kate, can I ask why you've come back to sort of do the course again? Obviously, you got something out of the first time.
Yep.
Why are you back again?
I think because I enjoyed so much of the content that we got in the first time round that I did it,
Yeah.
and I had a little bit of momentum, I wanted to keep that momentum
Right,
going.
okay.
Yeah, that was the main reason.
Excellent. And you've achieved a lot in your life, haven't you? Like, just tell us a little bit about the Kate story, the
Yeah.
things that you've done in your life, because you're quite a remarkable person already, and you've come along and saying, hey, I want to take my game a bit further. Yeah.
Yep,
Tell me a
yep.
little bit about you.
I guess my biggest achievements probably come mostly from my sport. So
Yes.
I'm a fitness model for a Natural Bodybuilding Federation. I actually currently hold the #1 rank in the pro lineup in our federation. So
Wow.
I've come a ways in 2.5 years. Once I put my mind to something, I'm pretty focused on achieving it.
Yeah.
But I guess it was more everything else in my life that I wanted to accelerate.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
great. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I suggest anyone that's interested, jump onto Instagram, yeah? Is that where most people
Yes,
see it?
yes,
And
you can
Kate
see Instagram.
Keown, spell your last name
Yeah,
for
so
everyone, Kate?
it's I am Kate Keown. That's my Instagram tag, so you can check me out. If you
Yeah,
like.
great. I suggest you do it. And the reason why I'm mentioning this up front is because I want people to understand that, when I have people come to work with me, at all different levels. Some are really just starting out, maybe early 20s, 19s, maybe younger. I think actually the youngest one is little Gloria,
Yes.
about 12. Yeah, and then some are 50. There's a big range and all the different levels of success in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been very successful. So Kate, we're about 3 weeks into the course now.
Yep.
And last week we focused on a couple of the modules, actually 3 of the modules, one being left brain, right brain, which we'll talk about in a second,
Yep.
another, the model of elite performance, and then chatter
Yep.
as well. And they're 3 really interesting modules that we cover, aren't we, in this coaching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's just sort of start off with talking a little bit about left brain, right brain. So we break down the brain into 2 areas under my coaching. We say, hey, left brain's more about logical thinking, mathematics, et cetera, where right brain is creativity, inspiration, intuition, things along those lines. And we say that most people are very left brain because when you go through school and life, there's a lot of reward in remembering things and being able to do mathematics or go on to game shows even and win prizes. And it's all based on having a really good memory, and being an academic potentially. But under the coaching, we flip that around. We're saying that's great. And we do a lot of exercises which demonstrate that the left brain is very, it allows us to be highly capable, but it's glitchy as. And did you experience that with some of the exercises where you think you know something and then when you test it, it's just not like what you hoped it to be?
100%. You just automatically go into that left brain. Like it's the easiest path. There's no resistance. It's just straight in there. But then when you're asked to look at something, I guess, outside the box or outside of the norm or in a different way, you're forced to, I guess, stretch your brain in a way that you're not used to. But that's where the magic is, really.
Yeah. Anything that's been achieved on this planet has been a new idea, something that was very creative, something that was hasn't been done before. So we categorise the left brain as our filing cabinet.
Yep.
It's where we store the past, everything that happens to us, and most people are living out of that filing cabinet. So we were talking a little bit before, and you were mentioning that this week, you've started playing around using your right brain a little bit more because that's where the action is.
Yep. Yeah.
if you really want to take your life to another level, you need to, get out of the left brain thinking, which is almost like Groundhog Day to a degree, isn't it? Just doing the same thing day in, day out.
Same ideas, same everything.
Yeah. And we get into the right brain because that's, like I say, where all the magic happens. And you said you've been playing around with that a little bit this week after doing the workshop last week. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I actually had a big work meeting yesterday, and we were trying to throw around some ideas. We had some things we were trying to troubleshoot, better strategies as well, like to achieve some of our targets. And I guess without me even really thinking, I did. I just had these ideas that just kind of came out that were very right brain.
Yeah.
And even as I was saying them, I was thinking to myself, "Wow, this is so right brain. All this stuff I'm learning, it's happening." And my big boss even kind of stopped and said, "You are on fire today.
Yeah.
These ideas are great." So it's
That's
amazing.
Yeah, it really is. When you can become more right brain, where you slow the left brain down a little bit, and you listen to it, but you don't rely on it, and you just start coming up with a new idea. So it's like, most people are going, well, this is what we've done last time, this is what we've worked, or this is what we always do.
Yep.
You basically just go out there and you go, actually, why can we do this, and what about this? And you use the left brain as a bit of a resource for the right brain, but you rely on the right brain. So that's great. So it sounds like in your career, the right brain's starting to work for you already.
Yep.
Any other areas of your life you've applied the right brain?
Yes, I think also too, I'm quite busy. I have quite a lot of things going on.
Great.
And I've, taken a lot of time to consider what might help me perform better.
Yeah.
Rather than just the standard head down, backside up, just get it done kind of mindset, but actually really looking at things, taking a step back, looking at everything as a whole, and I guess factoring in time to relax.
Yeah.
Which then makes me perform better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we haven't got a lot of time to go into the sort of the right brain, but if I can add to what you're saying is basically, so let's just say you got a full schedule. Mm-hmm. The tendency would be to go to the left brain filing cabinet, going, right, I got to do this in this order, this in this order, and then it almost becomes like a chore.
Yeah.
Where if you actually apply right brain thinking to the same list of things to do, all of a sudden it can become a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And you can really get through it, and you fly through it and you enjoy it. And just like your boss said to you yesterday, you're on fire.
Yeah.
So you're doing the same things, and instead of using your left brain to get through it, you use your right brain, and you're on fire.
Yep.
And you're loving it. And actually what it does is open up more opportunities as well. So you can, take your success to another level just by approaching it different. Yeah, it's a great module, and I really enjoyed teaching that one. And then we got into the model of elite performance, and the model of elite performance is, our way of ensuring whatever you tackle is a success. And we break that down to 4 areas, Kate. And it's like a pyramid.
Yep.
And the bottom of the pyramid is talents.
Yep.
And we ask the question, or we discuss talents, I suppose, more than ask the question. Everyone's got talents, and the reason it's at the bottom of the pyramid is because everyone's got it. And then we come up to skills.
Yep.
And this is the 4 things you need to be successful in anything that you attempt, and then skills. And then we ask the question, well, how do you get skills? Practice, practice, practice. You can study, learn, and you can get those skills, you coming to do my workshops is an example of that. You're getting more life skills or success skills, and mindset skills. And then the next one is strategy. So now we're getting to the pointier part, but just below the top is strategy. So we need talent, we need skills, and we need strategies for something to be a success. And then the one that's really only about 1 or 2% that people can do is self-management.
Yep.
Yeah, this delayed gratification, where basically you've got everything in place, and now you can keep yourself true to your strategy daily.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that, because I think you were saying you applied a bit of a strategy to something recently, or you're here today actually as well, aren't
correct.
you?
Yes, I am. So I guess for what I wanted to do moving forward with my life and taking it to the next level, I recognised that I had the skills, I had the talent, and I'm very good at self-management. Which
very few people are, but you've got that part down pat already.
I do. Yeah? My strategy, however, I was a bit lost. I thought, okay, I know I have what it takes to do this, and I know that if I know how to do this, or what is going to help me to do this, I know I can stick to it.
Great.
But I was a little bit lost as to how is this going to happen.
Yeah, so we're talking about personal things, which we don't need to get into today, but these are personal things that have been with you for 10 or 20 years, that have been holding you back.
Correct, yeah.
So within probably 15 minutes, we had a discussion today, not solely about that, but within 15 minutes, we come up with a strategy.
Yeah.
How does the strategy feel? Pretty good?
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, we've put together a bit of a strategy how you can address some personal things that have been holding you back. So you're very successful anyway, but you've got these things niggling away.
Correct,
And simply, if we can get the strategy right, you've got the other three in place.
Yep.
And then it's going to take you from where you are now to even greater success, which is amazing. For most people, maybe strategy is okay, and it's that self-management. And again, I invite you to get onto Instagram and check out Kate. You'll realise self-management isn't an issue for Kate, which is, like I say, fantastic because it's a rare quality that you have. So that's great. So have you applied that to other things in your life as well?
My self-management?
Well, the model of elite performance is talent, skills, strategy, and self-management,
100%. And I think one of the key things is to outsource. If you don't know how to do something, you find someone who knows how to do it.
Which can be part of your strategy.
Correct.
Yeah. And then to gain skills in it, you actually have to outsource it somehow. You can read up about it or you can go see someone, and then that's how you get to that as well. Yeah. So that's awesome. It's a great, methodology, I guess, and we actually give you a book that you can use, that you can track all these things to make sure that your model of elite performance, your talent, skills, strategy, and self-management are all in place, and track that daily through our systems to make sure that it's working for you. And if not, you just fine-tune it.
Yep.
It's a great system. I love it.
Yep.
And then the last thing that we spoke about last week is a big one for a lot of people, and that is chatter. So, we break down, self-talk into two areas. There's self-talk that is, right, I've got to get up today, I've got to go, to my work, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to go to the gym. We encourage that. And then there's chatter, which is like thoughts niggling away, and most people have a lot of chatter, and it can lead to a lot of movie making as well, which we'll get into at another time potentially. But how did you find that for yourself? Were you someone that before you come to see me had a lot of chatter?
Oh yeah, all the time. I have a very high standard for myself, so I would constantly be chattering away in my brain. Oh no, you could have done that better. Oh, what did you do that for? Like chit chat, and you have these moments where you just wanna.
Yeah. And you can
shut up.
Yeah. And part of the example we use is chatter, as it fills up your day more and more, or your life more and more, you can end up losing it.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can basically, I've had enough, and you just spit the dummy, or you start becoming unreasonable with people.
Yep.
It can play out in a lot of different ways, and probably even struggling to sleep, etc., etc. Yeah. So we've got a process that you go through that you can address chatter, and I've had clients that have had chatter all their life, and within applying this technique for 2 days to a week, chatter's gone, and all of a sudden life is so much easier. Have you experienced that?
100%. I think the key is to even just that first step is being aware of it. Hang on.
Yeah, what's this ticking away all the time?
Yeah, and then to actually really be really careful with what thoughts you allow to enter your mind. Like, choose the ones that you want to listen to rather than. And
it is a choice, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
It's until you actually get the skills and learn this, you don't realise it actually is a choice, because there are very easy processes to eliminate chatter and free the mind up.
Yep, 100%.
And it's a much nicer place to live. So I know, watching you through my coaching last time and this time, and then just following you, day to day on Instagram and seeing you at my gym.
Yes.
I know you've changed your strategy, your routine around a lot, haven't you?
100%.
From when you started, yeah. So there would have been times when you started changing it, because what time do you get up in the morning now?
I get up at 3 o'clock now, between 2:30 and 3 a.m.
Which is roughly about the time I get up.
Correct.
I'm sorry if I influenced that.
100%.
Sorry about that. But you probably had levels of chatter making those changes to some degree. I wouldn't be able to do this. What about this? And then, how am I going to achieve this? But that chatter, if you address it using the right techniques, will bring you back to the model of elite performance, which will bring you back to left brain, right brain thinking and allow you to put all this in place that now you can get up at 2:30. And I'm not telling people they need to get up at 2:30, but if you choose to because you want to achieve a lot in life, and let's face it, in this day and age, from let's just say 7 o'clock when you're around people to maybe 6 o'clock at night, it's very hard to achieve extra things.
Yeah.
Because the day starts and everyone needs help and attention and people are contacting you, and we're so accessible these days through mobile phones and emails. So the only way to achieve things over and above, if that is your day, and that is most people's day, is to get up early.
Yeah.
Or unless you at the end of the day want to do it, I choose personally. But yeah, so you would have gone through a little bit of chatter, changing your routine around. This is what I was used to because that was left brain thinking.
Yes.
And then, like I say, bringing in right brain thinking, using the model of elite performance, that chatter went away from that as well. And you feel powerful and strong now?
100%. I think one of the biggest things I learned from you, and even trying to model, I guess, my routine off your own, was that how important it is to actually have that time where it is, you're purely focused on yourself.
Yeah.
And like you said, as soon as you start work, you don't have time.
No.
You've got to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
For me, it works best in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Myself as well. Well, Kate, you're an absolute inspiration. It's a pleasure to have you as part of my programs and to see you again and to see you as often as I do. I really appreciate that. And you're an inspiration to me as well. Guys, we have a 90-day challenge, which is an online challenge daily app. And Kate's very early in the morning. She's posting on there, not only ticking off the things that she's done that day as part of the challenge, but you're encouraging and challenging people and challenging yourself during that, and you're sharing those stories. And it's an inspiration to me because I have days where I wake up and here we go again, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'll look in there and I'll see one of your posts and it inspires me. So I just want to thank
you
you for that, and thank you for being a sort of part of this whole program and for offering to come in today to catch up on a couple of things and share your story with some people.
Thanks for being such a great teacher.
All right, it's my pleasure. Thank you. See you guys.